sofa.
Coming up in this video, it's part 2 of what has been a very busy couple of weeks on the foxes, with plenty of cubs and tricky adults to deal with, plus I announced the winner of the Olight competition. This is Team Foxer. We get straight on with the action. After a very busy week shown last time out, we pick up the action the following week. I'm out with a keeper, Sir Swear-a-lot, as we head straight to a rough bird drive on the farm. I spot a fox working the outside of the cover. That one's swiftly dealt with, but both the keeper and myself know full well the likely area it was heading to. We've had cubs there the last 3 years running. Through the spotter, I can see them in the corner of the field, so I grab the Recon sticks and head out on a footstalk. Steve's able to keep close tabs on my progress using his new Condor CQ50 spotter. 5 minutes of stop-in and check-in. Roughly halfway, I take a measurement to the earth and look back at the area I've just come from. I must have been fairly quiet because this muntjac wasn't too bothered by my presence, but I decided to move another 10 or 12 yards closer, as the foliage is making it rather difficult to see these foxes. With the Recon sticks offering a great stable platform, I'm able to take 2 in quick succession. Three minutes later, fox number 3 presents itself for a shot. Now, I did get a 4th cub, but it came out so quick I just didn't have time to record it. I stayed there and waited to see if anything else was coming along, and another 20 minutes had passed. This time I see an adult fox working its way, this time up the other side of the cover strip, and it's going to pop out quite close to Steve, so I quickly ring him, told him to keep still, keep quiet, it's likely to come straight past him. He's already recording as it walks by, blissfully unaware of the carnage that's occurred over the last 40 or so minutes since our arrival, and just look what happens when I give it a mouth squeak. It's an instant change of direction.
Hey.
Bugger. Well, it happens, and the fox doesn't know which way to go. It does know that it doesn't want to be hanging around though, as it only stops for the briefest of moments before it disappears. That one was completely all on me. I simply pulled the shot. I tried in vain by making some stupid noises to get it to stop for one last look. It sometimes works, but then other times, as you can see, it doesn't. But I kept this clip in because it happens to the best of us. So that one lives to fight another day. Let's have a collect up and move on.
I've got two there, two there. One over there somewhere. They're small. There's the other one. There. Half-eaten duck. A rat. I've got two there, one there, and one further back, I think, somewhere.
Indeed there was. It wasn't the perfect result. It certainly would have been nice to have had the dog, but nevertheless it was a productive first stand, and the terrier man knows exactly where to go to finish the job off. Stand number 2 also produces a result, though while watching this one, another one snuck up from behind me. Look behind you, Dave. The other one never did come back out. This one, straight down.
Decent backstop there. Kept calling and got ourselves a lump of a dog fox. So fairly mature. So that's one vixen, 4 cubs and a dog. Bloody good result so far. Steve's just opened the gate. We are now going on to stand number 3. So down at the bottom of this track, right over near this spinney over here, Steve has seen evidence of old Charlie. So we will put the icotec Nomad Plus on. We'll try rabbit and pheasant distress calls. They seem to be working well at the moment, and we will see if we can call anything else in. Catch you in a bit.
Stand number 3 didn't actually produce anything for us that night, but the following night the first port of call surprised us both with a spectacular view of this curious roebuck. The sub 20 millikelvin sensor on the new Stella 2.0 really picking out the detail of the animal in any colour palette. On my way to film the Olight torch that we're about to give away, and well, I took the rifle as last time I went I saw a fox and didn't have it with me, so this time I took it just in case.
Well, there we go. I'm actually on my way to film this Olight head torch, but my usual spot that I film in happens to go past the area where we've just had the vixen. I had a cub, the terrier man's had the rest of the cubs, and it left a fox in the area. I've just spotted this adult, rounded the bends and stopped it. So this is indeed the dog fox. What a result that is. So yeah, decent shot. This is turning into a very busy week on the foxes.
Now, back to our blank stand 3 from the previous night. Steve had put a cage trap there, often a great way to gather up those cubs. Now, I'm there, solo, waiting for Mum. Though, we're quite confident she's a very cunning fox and won't be easy to get. And I'm actually filming these through the Stella 2.0, my scope at the moment, that actually one of them walks into the trap. Notice his sibling didn't hang around too long at all. He was soon off on his toes. After around 10 minutes of trying to get out, it gave up the ghost and just settled down, though every now and then it would call out, much like the one I got on film last week. After an hour of waiting, I had to make a move. With work the next day and another session planned in with the keeper the following night, it meant it wouldn't be long before we'd clear them up. And I just got back to the car, looked up the farm track, and there was the adult fox. Knowingly though, she was very cautious, didn't hang around, and scarpered. I captured her moving across the field, kept tabs on the area she was heading to, with a view to coming back to that same area the following night with the keeper. It just so happened to work out that as we entered the farm from where I'd seen her the previous night, she was right there. She didn't have a chance this time. Game over. I've also mopped up another couple of foxes around the area, so here are those clips, but I've also changed the crosshair to the one that changes colour when it's on the heat source. I find that really useful for those longer shots. So this is the standard crosshair I was using, and this is the new one. And look how it changes colour once it's over the heat source.
Well done. Well, we're just on the way home, and time for one last look over the farm on the way back. I just saw something laying in this field. Because it was laying down, it's 240 yards, but because it was laying down, bit difficult to 100% ID it with a thermal, if I'm honest. So, as is always the case, I do carry a red torch still, because if you're never sure, give it a quick flick with a torch, and it blinked, a big set of eyes looking back at me. So, to me, that confirmed what I thought I knew. That was a long way. Boy, that was a long way. And that is a cracker of a shot. Well, there's our fox, and Steve's parked just to the entrance of the field, right there and there. I've just lasered it back from here, it's a bit more accurate. He has pulled in the field a bit more, because we were only on the track. And that is to here, 210. But I'm happy with that.
Well, that same night, would you believe, on the way home, I spot a very familiar heat source, right opposite where we'd had 7 cubs and a vixen just the week before. This is getting silly now. Oh well, you know what that means, don't you? So, the winner of the Olight torch is Adrian Crane. Well done to you. I'll be in contact with you and arrange to send your prize out to you. I'll also be having another giveaway on the channel very soon, so if you like what you saw, then do please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and please do give the video a thumbs up. All that's left for me to say is thank you very much for watching. Congratulations to Adrian Crane. Take care, stay safe, and as always, happy shooting.